See how our audio sounds tonight. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This one can go Kobe. Let's go. Stream number 2 today, guys. How crazy is that? You know, we're gonna have to do a little bit of groundskeeping here. Okay. Check, 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 check. Okay. That sounds good, which is awesome. Let's hit some putts.
What are you looking for?
My other phone. Oh, there it is. Do 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 do. Nina is here. That looks like German. I can attempt to translate. Skibbity. I was German. In which city do you live? I live in the northeast part of the U.S. Skibbity, Ohio Sigma. Tell me more, bro. We have a left to right breaking putt here. You sure can, Anthony. I'm not going to stop you, bro. Look at that, right down the middle. Doing some work with our Pels tutor here. Boom. Scary says, full power shot. I mean, if I wasn't the landlord, then I would consider it. But if I put a hole in that drywall, then I have to fix the hole in the drywall. Oh, just barely snuck that one in. Guys, check out Sober Golf Club on Instagram. Sent me this cool merch. It's nice when you get stuff and it fits true to size. It's actually the size you want it to be. I feel like these tees that they sent me have been super comfy. Let's go. Nice. Oh. Let's go. Shane is here. Hello, Shane. What's going on, my friend? Whew. Shane's in Canada. Very cool. Which part of Canada? I've been to a few different parts, but I've not been over to the West Coast. I'd love to go to, you know, Vancouver and see Banff. Oops, that was bad. That was pretty bad. Not our best. Guys, we're having a Wednesday night putting jam sesh. No, and now we miss on the other side. That's dreadful. Oh, dreadful, dreadful. Winnipeg, Manitoba. You're in Winnipeg, Shane? Tough winters up there, right? Am I misremembering? Pretty sure I remember hearing Winnipeg is, you know, really short days in the wintertime, a lot of darkness. No. Oh, just barely missing on that left side there, guys. Working on our putting. Colby Queso is here. What's up, Colby? There we go. Right back on track. Oh! Interesting. That one went through the gate, but it still missed the hole. Winter storm is on its way tonight. Oh, man. I hate to see that. All right, guys. So we are going to keep track of our streak. See how many in a row we can make with our Pelvis tutor set up here. Try not to damage the X-Wing. That's important. 333 is the record still. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Gonna be hard to beat that number. Here we go. All right. All right, so we'll keep track of that. Ooh. I don't think we'll make that many with the Pels tutor down, but I do want to keep track. That's one. Yeah, we should start the streak with that one. So we should have. Perfect. A little late tonight, guys, I know. But this is our second stream of the day. Thank you guys so much for your support on the short I posted recently about the silver play button. That was pretty cool to see everybody, you know, supporting me and gassing us up. It's a funny comment, West Coast. That's 3 in a row. I have made 50 of these in a row before when we were doing the 30-day putting challenge. Nice. Should I get one of those putting things to practice? If you want to, D-Mac. If you want to. It's not going to hurt your putting, that's for sure. That's another one. 5 in a row. Why do you do left-hand putting? Good question, bro. So when I putt traditionally with my left hand on the top, see how this shoulder is much lower than this shoulder? That for me, with how my, you know, shoulders and body work and how I putt, it makes it harder for me to find the center of the putter. So my speed control is difficult. Whereas when I putt with this left hand low, my shoulders are much more level. So for me, that allows me to have a much more consistent putting stroke, hit the center of the putter with more consistency. But it's a great question, D-Mac. If you have any other putting questions or strategy things we can discuss, I love talking about this stuff. I've been listening to John Sherman and Adam Young's Sweet Spot podcast. Is that Jack on your shirt? I think it's Arnold Palmer, actually. The king himself. Arnie Palmy alert. Hey, Simon is here. How long have you been sober? Coming up on 5 years, Simon. James says, that's cool. Thanks, James. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, my sober date was March 13th of 2021. Boom. Arnie's Army. I'm a big fan. I know. He was an absolute legend, that guy. Pittsburgh man. Boom. All right, guys. This is for 9 in a row. It was pretty electric on the stream last night when we made putt number 67. I'm going to have to put that clip up because chat was enjoying that. Do, 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 do. So yeah, John Sherman and Adam Young, they do a great job talking about, pretty in-depth, complex golf topics and making them understandable and relatable. So definitely check that out if you guys are interested in learning more about this stuff. I've learned so much about golf strategy and the math behind strokes gained. Do, 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 do. Are you a bit of a golf historian at all? So I feel pretty well versed from like 1990 forward in terms of like, who won every major and that sort of stuff. I don't really know how my golf knowledge would stack up, but I've watched, I don't know, tens of thousands of hours of the Golf Channel in my life, so I feel like I've picked up a pretty good amount just by reading golf books and trying to educate myself. But I guess, context also matters. I have a close friend who is like really, really into golf history and knows about, all these clubs and their histories and who designed all of them and how that all, came together over the 20th century and boom. But I've also watched a lot of golf since, probably the year 2005. Hey, Jonah's back. How long has the stream been up? We just started maybe 20 minutes ago this evening. Just came to do a quick little putting session. Oh, guys, we didn't update the scoreboard. This is what happens when you have a slacker for a streamer. Simon says, congrats, John. I'm proud of you. I've had struggles myself and relapsed a few times. Right now, I'm sober 10 months. That is amazing, Simon. 10 months is great work. Really, really proud of you, dude. And, setbacks are going to happen in every journey. I think if you focus on controlling what you can control, which is, one day at a time, sometimes 1 hour at a time, then that's how you really start to stack those days, put days into weeks, into months, into years. But you can't, no amount of effort can make that happen. You have to just do it 1 day at a time and stack the days. Tommy Fleetwood, yes, that's me. Keep it up, Simon. You can do it. I love that support from you, Shane. I read an analogy for this idea recently that I really liked. And it said, if you throw a whole bucket of water on a rock, nothing will happen. But if you put a drop of water on that rock every day for years and years and years, you're going to make a hole in that rock. The idea being that consistency is better than intensity or perfection. And I thought that was a really powerful analogy to highlight the importance of just showing up, even if it's not a whole bucket of water, even if it's just a drop. You got to show up day after day after day. Hey, mate from the UK in Manchester. Hope this doesn't sound weird, but me and my wife think you're really cute. Thanks, Builder Bob. My wife will be happy to hear that. Boom. You know, for someone with as many tattoos as I have, cute isn't usually the word that's, you know, people's first reaction. All right, guys, that's 19 in a row with our most difficult setting on the Pels tutor here. Congrats on your sobriety. God bless you, my brother. Thank you so much, James. That means a lot to me. I'm really grateful to have your support and that you're here. We get to have this interaction. Boom, 20 in a row, guys. Let's go. Cooking with gas now. So crazy to me, guys. Every time I see that number and it says, you know, we're over 7,000 subscribers now. I mean, we started this channel in January of 2025. I haven't been doing this for very long. Most days I still don't feel like I have any idea what I'm doing. But somehow, some way, we've put in enough effort and done enough work to start building this really, really cool community of people that, you know, love golf and are interested in pursuing their best self, is how I like to say it, whether that's, you know, a weight loss journey or sobriety and recovery or learning to manage your mental health, or for me, things like ADHD. These are experiences that I've had and gone through, and oh man. I don't know if that ends the streak though, because we did navigate the Pels tutor. This happened last night or the night before. We made 100 in a row, and then at the putt number 101, I left it short, which was pretty brutal, but we didn't make the putt, so it's going back to 0. You hate to see it. You just absolutely hate to see it. Can't believe AJ's fighting Jake Paul. I know. He should knock him out in the first round. I agree with you, Builder Bob. What's your longest streak? Was impressed by the 100 yesterday. Thanks, Jonah. 333 is the most that we've ever made in a row. That was over 2 streams, though. We made 250, and then I had to call it. And we came back, and we got all the way up to 333 before missing one. That was, to be clear, without this gate setup, though. So the streak that we're doing today is not necessarily comparable to the one we did previously, because this is going to have an enhanced degree of difficulty due to this gate setup here. Appreciate your kind words, Builder Bob. I've never been to Manchester. I've been to lots of other parts of the UK and Ireland and Scotland, but never Manchester. I'd love to go. Let's go. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Is your setup for your mat changed at all from when you got 333? It is slightly, Shane. We were putting in the other direction, actually. I was putting towards you guys. But when I watch other successful streamers who do similar things, they all have it going in this direction. So I don't know if there's any, you know, if people have a preference or if I'm just reading too much into how things are set up. Nice. That was really, really good. Laser focused on that rep. I need more golf and less country club. The golf club in my town has too much emphasis on the social aspect. I can't handle that right now. I hear you, Simon. I love all of the things related to golf that came with being a member of a club, and I disliked almost all of the other parts. There was like 4 guys that I like to play golf with. 2 of them I knew from college, and we were all members of the same club. And there was a handful of other good players that I enjoyed, but the old boys club, like, you know, everybody trying to flex. I just didn't like the vibe. And I never, obviously, if you're seeing me with your eyes right now, I don't scream country club with my appearance. And I really just was there for the golf and kind of avoided as much of the other stuff as I could. Boom. There we go, guys. Locking it in now. Oof. Like Tom Brady, laser focus. Let's go. Show me 10 in a row, guys. Show me 10 in a row. Let's go. Do 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 do. Hey John, it's Ogie. I hold 2 Guinness World Records going back on tour in March. Today is the day. Great job. Very cool. What are your Guinness World Records? Hey, Jamin's here. Dog sitting an English bulldog that snores while he's awake. What did I sign up for? Oh, that's funny, bro. One of our dogs, he likes to purr. Like if he's sleeping and you kind of, you know, flip him over and he'll just put his head on your chest and he just like softly purrs, almost like a cat. But then if, you know, God forbid, your feet are underneath a blanket or something and you put your feet near him, he's like, I will murder those feet. He does not like that at all. Even if sometimes you'll be laying in bed and he'll jump up on the bed, like lay on top of your feet and then growl at your feet. I'm like, bro, I didn't even move. I was just laying here and you jumped up on top of my feet and now you're pissed that there's feet there? Come on. Your Honor, Your Honor. 24 hours. 10, oh, you're talking about putting? That's incredible. 130 balls in 2 minutes. From what distance? And is that consecutive or are you allowed to miss? 100 yards? I'm gonna have to look up these Guinness World Records. This dog reminds me of Snorlax, named Max. Snore Max. Oh, wow. You just came up with a new Pokemon, Jamin. I absolutely loved Pokemon as a kid. No! We just barely grazed that left ball bearing. Gosh, that's tough. For me, it's more about the alcohol. Everyone tends to have like 2 drinks after a 9-hole round. I'm just like, I'll skip that. Last year, that would have ruined me. I hear you, man. And you know what's totally fine? I learned this and use it aggressively. You are allowed to leave places that you don't want to be. If you're in a situation where like, you know, people are drinking or there's alcohol here and I feel uncomfortable, I don't want to be here, just get out of there. Just leave. And if you're doing that for your health and to make the best decision for you, and somebody else doesn't like it, then that's too bad. You should always feel comfortable just, pushing that eject button. There we go. Right back on track, guys. He definitely sounds like he's evolving. Hey, Legend's here. Thanks for coming back to check out the stream. We're just doing some putting on the Pels Tutor. Doing a little Pokemon evaluation with Jamin here. Let's go. Legends, welcome back, homie. Thanks, Jamin. Whoa. No, that was brutal. Sheesh. This is why we practice, right, guys? This is why we practice. Got some funky jams in the background. I know, for the longest time, I don't know why, I was like, I know you can't play, like, unlicensed music, but there is all of these stream beats that people put out that, are copyright free and you can use. And I thought, why not? I mean, I listen to music like this all the time when I'm just working, or if I was in here putting by myself without the stream on. I'm not doing that in the silence like a psychopath. What should I look for in buying a new putter? Well, great question, Joseph. You should get something that's comfortable. If you can, do a fitting. I would recommend doing that for your putter. Something that looks nice to you when you put it down behind the ball. No matter how well you putt with a putter, if it doesn't look right when you set it behind the ball, it's not going to work, is my opinion. Looks and feel. You're going to be looking at it a lot. Yeah, well said, Jamin. What's better, 18 birdies in a row or a round with 3 bogeys and 3 birdies? Do you mean 18 pars? I'd rather have 18 birdies in a row rather than an even par round. I think you meant par, though. I'd rather have 3 bogeys and 3 birdies, because that's more realistic for how I play golf. Although my even par round would be something like 4 birdies, an eagle, a triple bogey, and 3 bogeys. At least back in the day, that's what it would be like. Appreciate it. I got you, Joseph. I got you, bro. Nice. $18 pars reminds me of when Nick Faldo won the Open Championship. Didn't he make 18 pars on Sunday to win that day in like 89 or 91 or something like that? I feel like 91 was John Daly, maybe. Whoa, made another one. Just snuck her in. Oh. Guys, if you're new here and you haven't hit that subscribe button, do me a favor. Smash that button. If you're enjoying hanging out, learning about golf, making some more putts. Haven't started a new streak yet. I think I tuned in when you broke the last one. No, we have. This is for 9 in a row. We haven't made it to 10 in a few minutes. Nice. This now for 10 in a row. Do, 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 do. Ten in a row. Those are right down the center too, guys. Things we love to see. What got you into golf originally? Good question. Well, I grew up watching Tiger Woods on TV, and there were people, in my family that played golf, and there's funny pictures of me as like a 3-year-old in the front lawn with a plastic golf club. So I feel like I just was sort of exposed to it at an early age, but I didn't start playing seriously really until high school. Let's go. And that's when I, also started getting taller and being able to hit the ball further. I started high school at like 5'3" and 110 pounds, and I graduated at 6 feet 185. Boom. So I did a lot of growing. What's the music channel? I could putt to this all day. I'll tell you in a second. It's called Chill Vibes and Relaxing Gaming Music Mix. 3 hours, Twitch stream safe background music. From Xmod Matt. Has 1.9 million views from 5 years ago. And I agree with you, man. I feel like the vibes are great. Oof. I gotta be honest, guys. I don't know how the algorithm works at all. But sometimes we do these streams and there's like 200 people, and then sometimes it's like, 10. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled that 10 of you guys are here hanging out. I just wish I had a better insight into what drives that, the output. They nailed it on the descriptive text title. They absolutely did. Okay, that's 14 in a row. The earlier stream was poppin'. Yes, it was. I also think the time of year has to matter. I think there's just generally fewer people looking for golf stuff on YouTube in December than in July. Okay. Maybe 2 a day. They only feed the beast one time. Yeah, I honestly, I have no idea. If anyone knows, I would love to learn more. There it is. Rolling the rock. Let's go. Winter sucks. All my local courses closed for the season 2 months ago. Oh, man. Winter months, Fuzzy Cozy Up, Christmas movies and all that jazz. Well, whatever the reason is, guys, I'm going to keep showing up. At a minimum, putting time in on the game, building the confidence for, someday, in a few months, when it's warm and sunny again, I'm going to be standing on a green, feeling nervous, standing over a 5-foot putt, and I'm going to be able to look back to all of these sessions and hours put in and say, you know what? If I just go through my process and I've made a good read on the putt and I hit it the right speed, should give it a really good chance to go in. Right? Oh yeah, Jamin, you play golf today. That's amazing. How'd it go? December golf. That's a crazy idea. 20 in a row now on the Pels Tutor. Whew. Oh, guys, I gotta turn off the stream. I'm gonna turn it back on in 1 minute. I'll be right back.